The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Britpod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritpodScene.com or follow Britpod Scene on Twitter to find out more.
You still sound a lot louder than me. Right, I'm definitely louder now. Maybe I'm too loud. Right, Jared, you too loud against me now?
I don't know if I'm too loud. I can speak softer if you...
Speak softer into my vagina.
Welcome to the All Seeing Guys. The All Seeing Guys.
Spray it on scones.
What we believe is episode 78.
We are under the assumption...
Close to 80. Close to our 80th.
Yeah.
Close to the
there.
big 80th.
We're reaching the nether regions.
The nether regions of 80. We are way past 50 now.
We're right at
Left
the back
in the
of
dust.
We're right at the back of 70s, and we're going to be finger blasting our way into the 80s.
We're going to kick down the door and run in celebrating party poppers and everything.
Dicks out for Harambe.
Dicks out, fucking headphones off because we're going to fucking stand up on the table on microphones and swing our dicks in a suggestive manner.
I think you'll find that we won't have that issue if you use the studio wireless headphones.
We don't need to do that this episode. Welcome to episode 78. This is Greg and Joe sat around a table talking bollocks once
Always.
more.
That's what you tune in for. That's what we're giving you.
You're very fortunate to be here.
If you don't like bollock tuning,
if you don't like bollock tuning,
fuck off.
Then get the fuck out of here. Do you really tune bollocks?
I mean, they don't play a note.
I just had a weird thought.
They don't play a note, so there's no need to tune them.
Tuna bollocks. I don't know why that word sounds horrible, doesn't it? Tuna bollocks.
All right, tuna bollocks, calm down.
He's got bloody tuna bollocks.
Oh, I got a whiff of his scrotum earlier. I smell like tuna.
God, you know he caught the old tuna or fucking Margaret.
Do you think, what's the worst fish you could smell like?
Oh, I don't know. Any fish smells fucking horrible if it's gone off.
Mackerel.
I
reckon mackerel.
Just the name makes me
Just,
feel a
but
bit
also
queasy.
just the underside of your penis. Only that bit smells of mackerel.
So when you lift it up,
Yeah, because it's been pressed against your fucking.
it's like someone
horrible
lifting
balls all day.
your armpit up and it's really bad. But you just lift your dick up and it's like, oh fuck me, tuna bollocks.
Mate, I've never wanted to shower more than I do right now.
Well, if I don't shower now, I'm going to have tuna bollocks. And I reckon a lot of men up there today have tuna bollocks because it's a fucking sunny arse day.
A hot one.
It is still, just to break the time barrier, it is still bank holiday
Sam,
weekend for us. It's Sunday. And it is actually, early Bank May was set to be one of the...
Early Bank May.
Early May bank holiday.
I like early Bank May. That's good.
So I'm looking at a news story here that I don't know when it came up, but it says hottest early May bank holiday on record with 28 Celsius predicted.
They say that every year.
Forecasters say temperatures will exceed the 23.6 Celsius record measured in 1999 as the sunshine continues into Monday. Will my phone tell me the temperature? Does it matter if it's like...
Inside?
Yeah. I mean, no, it just told me the area. Wait, it told me the area. So it's saying 25 Celsius.
Nah, that's quite high. That's very hot.
Does it read in... What's it read in... Not in here, but I mean in the area, in Surrey.
I don't know.
Is that read in Celsius? Or is that, it's not 25 Fahrenheit, is it?
Degrees? Because I've got 12.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, hang on, I can update it. That was at 8 o'clock this morning.
Beautiful, sunny.
23 I've got.
Oh, okay. So I've got 25. That's not a big stretch.
Not huge.
Huge. Mine's for Surrey.
Mine's for Tolworth.
Oh, look at that. Do you ever look when I look at my old weather app? Like me, I'd have like holidays still saved in there. And I'd be like, oh man, right now in Thailand it's this. Oh man, right now in Malta it's this.
Oh man,
it's fucking more sunny.
I was, it did make me think that I was probably in New York this time last year.
Oh wow, really?
That's why I couldn't remember my birthday last year because I wasn't even in the country.
Fuck, was that last year?
Yeah, it was
that's
last
crazy,
year.
Man.
We were probably just getting back.
End of this month, it's been a year since I went to Vegas.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
I know, so
that's
much
insane.
has happened. Look at all this shit that's happened.
I didn't even realise that till last night because we went to go to this is Uncle's 70th last night. And obviously, when we went to Vegas, it was with his wife and his 2 kids. He didn't come, but his wife and 2 kids did. And I'm like, when we were chatting last night, I was like, God, you know, into this month, it's been a year. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Lizzie was like 6 months pregnant.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's gone so quickly.
Lizzie was 6 months pregnant. She turned 6 months pregnant while we were in Vegas.
Yeah.
Now Indiana's 7.5 months or 7 months. Like, that's insane. But yeah, I suppose that's a year.
Hell of a ride.
That's how time works.
That's how time works, people.
But yeah, years since
I'm glad
Vegas.
we've spoken
Fuck.
about time.
Yes, bringing us back onto time. But as you can imagine, when the sun does come out in England, especially, everyone's just like, to the river, shirts off.
fucking hate the river.
I mean, yeah, right now it's going to be
hate
chaos
the
down
river
there. I
so
hate walking
much.
past there in the morning, and it's just everyone's shit. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Fucking bad times.
Everyone just fucks that place
Everyone
up.
just gets well excited. But also, people forget, well, especially in the bank holiday weekend, how strong cider is, for example. It's always cider that gets people in the summer. I was in the car with Lizzie's dad yesterday, and we were dropping Indiana off at my parents. And on the way back, as we were waiting to turn around to come out this junction, I just saw this corner of my eye, this guy stagger and just fall off the curb. And it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Just fall off the curb and fall behind 2 parked cars.
Fucking hell.
And I don't think Tor had seen him. He was like, Tor, a guy just fell on the road over there. He's like, where? I was like, over there. Just as he pulled out, I was like, he folded in the cars. And we just saw him sat in the road. And he was like checking his pockets. like looking around. And then we waited and he kind of got up and staggered a bit again. And then just started staggering back the way he came. And I was like, man, this guy is fucked.
Yeah, man.
I was like, I bet you he's been on the
Young
fucking
guy?
side.
Old guy?
Yeah, he was quite young. He was like 20s, probably mid-20s.
Yeah, man.
But just the fact that I just saw this guy stacking
We
fall
fucking
between
drinking-
2 parked cars.
Drinking that dark fruit shit that fucking Strongbow brought out.
And then when we drove further down the road, we saw another guy dressed quite similar to him,
Yeah.
also really fucked, trying to stagger up the high street. We just kept kind of going in circles. I imagine they just left each other and both regretted trying to get home solo.
How do we do this?
Classic. I've not tried the that Strongbow. I don't really drink cider. I
Nah.
do in the summer. I will have a couple maybe.
I just assume it's like a snake bite.
But cider, know
which is
your
not-
limits.
Which is not a memory that I wish to relive.
Yes, no, that's fair enough.
So yeah,
You got to know your limits with cider, especially when the sun's a bit. It's easy.
Oh mate, I can't. I'm not having any more than like 3 or 4 pints of it. and
Oh
then
mate,
I'll-
yeah. Even me, I'd probably only have a couple when it was sunny.
yeah.
I'd
I
probably
can't
manage
handle
a
the
couple.
headaches.
I'd probably manage a couple of ciders and then be
Sorry.
done probably.
Just had a bit of a yawn
You
there.
did have a bit of a yawn, didn't you? We were quite
I've
fiery
been-
now, didn't we?
I know. I've been awake since 6 a.m.
Yeah,
It's starting to hit me.
Yeah, oh, bless him. He's had a busy one, Joe.
You know.
He's slept a lot recently. I thought you'd been like, I've revived from yesterday.
I thought I did, and then I got high, and now I'm just back to wanting a nap again. And probably need to make some better life decisions. In all honesty, I think.
Perhaps now's a perfect time to go into some dropping
Geese.
of the geese. Having a listen. Look at your hand. I don't care what's going on between me and you. There are other priorities. This was when me and Lizzie were walking past the antelope one week with
Right.
Indiana. We were walking back from Kingston, and there was like a young couple across the road having a blazing row. I think they were both drunk, and this girl was bawling her fucking eyes out, like across the road from like Gordon Bennett's. So
yeah,
everyone's like sat outside, everyone's just stopping and watching them, and like
Like
that-
some sort of like street.
yeah,
theatre.
he's obviously been a dick from what I gather because she's in hysterics about something he's done.
Well, I mean, us
But-
as men are pretty good at being dicks.
I think
so-
she must have like punched a wall or something, and her hand was bleeding, and he was being all noble, just like even though he'd obviously done something horrendous to fuck her up, was just like he was just like, I don't care what's going on between me and you right now. I've got to get that hand fixed. Like,
Fucking hell.
and she was like, no, get the fuck away from me, and everyone was watching. And then this woman walked up to me and Liz, we were looking. She went, he's been shouting at us since the station. And then walked on
Amazing.
and then carried on her business.
Brilliant.
They were definitely disrupting the quiet life of Surbiton
She
that
was.
day.
I think they disrupted that woman's walk home, and she wasn't going to go in the same direction until she saw them shouting. And she was like, "I'm following this. I need to get the full story."
I also saw when I was in Sainsbury's, the woman at the kiosk said to another member of staff, I'm telling you now, I've got my phone on me. If it rings, I'm answering it. If I get the job, I'm leaving this kiosk.
That's fucking brilliant.
No fucking around.
You should just be like, "Good luck with that."
No fucking around. Straight fucking in.
I wouldn't particularly call it a geese drop, but I was on my way home from work late on Friday, and I sat down on the train, and in front of me on the chairs in front, I could see through, and this guy was doing this photo.
I saw you put a picture up of it.
Yeah,
it was drawing
man.
a photo.
Yeah, he was drawing a photo, but it was like it looked really like well done. It was like, I mean, he obviously was just kind of sort of in the early stages of shading and things like that, and he was building it up. But I really I nearly missed Surbiton because I was looking at it and then he started packing up his shit, and that's when I realised that Surbiton was the stop. But whilst he was packing his stuff up, I got up and said to him, like, "That's great."
Did you?
I said to him, I just wanted to say that looks really good, and he just sort of just went, "Oh, thanks." It was just like, "All right, you cunt."
Oh,
Like,
oh man.
don't be so fucking humble.
Yeah. Yes, I know.
He's like, "Yes, thank you."
Yeah. Dangerous.
like,
Draw, mate.
all right.
Go
So-
tomorrow. I'm trying to draw it on a train.
Next time I'll try a different question. Who's that?
Maybe that's the guy that drew Ed that time when he saw that that person on the tube that drew
That's it,
him.
yeah, yeah.
And asked Ed if he wanted
And
a
it ruined
picture,
his
and
life.
he said no.
It ruined his life. I know what I look like.
Do you want this picture? No, I know what I look like. I don't need that.
That's the best response. Why do I need that? I know what I look like.
I do have another geese dropping. This one was from when we went to the Spring Grove ages ago. Like me, you, Lizzie,
Oh, yeah,
Indiana,
yeah, yeah.
Ed, Sarah. And I was at the bar, and quite a posh family came in. And they looked like they'd had a big table hired in the dining area.
Yeah.
And she came up to the bar and was just like, "Just an apple juice and 2 pints of ice water. Don't worry, there'll be plenty of booze later."
Okay.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. I love that.
Don't
Don't
worry.
worry. We are going to buy alcohol.
Don't worry, there'll be plenty of booze later.
Don't worry. I'm not worried. In fact,
I
you
wasn't.
saying that has concerned me.
I wasn't really that worried to begin with,
No,
actually.
that's my job.
That is my job. So, seeing as I haven't really got any set topics for this episode, we're just going to go through and see what pops up, and maybe I'll look at some new
just-
stories as we
bit of-
go.
just a bit of a
Just to have a
fuck it,
bit,
innit?
after we went a bit in on the music episode last week. And then we had the deep conversation
weeks-
with
2
Reese.
weeks ago.
And we had the deep conversation with Reese the episode before. I say deep, it felt deep at points. I thought it'd just be fun just to fucking let loose and go fucking classical seeing guys style.
Absolutely.
And there's been a few random things that have happened. So, as usual, there's always Greg's stories building up of stupid things
Greg's
that
got
have
some
happened.
stories. Kanye West has come out of the woodwork.
Exactly.
He's gone even more mental.
He's been even more Kanye.
He's gone more Kanye.
I Kanye believe it.
That
That should be what his Twitter's called.
Kanye believe it.
That should be what his Twitter's called. I think that's the name of the episode.
I don't think he's that clever. Like, I don't think he's clever enough to think of that.
It's not even that clever.
Exactly. but
That might be the episode title if I can figure out how to write that properly.
Kanye believe
Believe
it.
it.
Well, there you go. Just write Kanye.
I guess so.
and then
Yeah,
believe
Kanye
it.
believe it. That makes sense. Perfect. So I had a really weird thing happen to me the other day. I remember I messaged you, so I was so confused. I left work and I had to come to Kingston quickly because I was going to my parents for my little brother's birthday and we were going around for dinner. So I had to go to Kingston, buy a birthday card for him. And the reason I buy my birthday card is because 3 years ago I bought him this Wolverine birthday card. Because I usually give him money, so I put money in the card.
Yeah.
And it was drawing of Wolverine with his claws out, and it just says, "I have an itchy bumhole." And for some reason,
Had you written that on there? Or
for
is
some reason, I thought it was hilarious, so I bought it for him. And then the next birthday, when I gave him his card, I was like, "Mate, I'm really chuffed for this card." And he opened it, and he's like, "It's the same one you got me last year." And I was like, "Was it?" And it was the same one. I bought the Wolverine
No.
card 2 years running without realising it. So this time, I went to see if they had it, so I could buy it a third year running. And they did.
No.
They still had it. So I got it from a third year running.
Did you
And I-
stock up for years to
no,
come?
no, I
as
just
well?
bought one. I did the same thing, really proud of this card. And he opened it and he's like, "It's the same. What's happening?" So I went into Kingston to buy this card.
What's happening? Dementia.
Yes, I don't know what's going on. I popped in to buy this card and then go buy a little present from Indiana for him.
Yeah.
So I fly into Kingston, go to the 2 shops I need to go to quickly, efficiently, and I'm darting for the bus because I need to get home to get Indiana. And I get on the bus. I got my bank card in my pocket, scan to get on the bus, bib, go sit upstairs, sit down. I'm like, right, fucking put my card back in my wallet, open the back of my bag, my wallet is gone. And I'm like, fuck.
Man.
Shit, my wallet's not here.
That's not good.
Fucks my wallet.
It's not good.
And I'm opening the bag and I'm searching through it and I'm pulling all the stuff I've bought out of my bag and I'm like, it's not in here, it's not in my main bag. Looking in my front pocket again, knowing it's not there.
Yeah.
I'm frantically checking my pockets, but I'm only in like jogging bottoms and a t-shirt. I know I would feel it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just like, it's definitely not here. Fuck. And then we get to the next stop and I look up and I'm fucking not even on my bus. Like, I'm meant to be on the 71, but I'm on the fucking 406 to Epsom. And I'm just like, fuck, what? How?
What is happening?
Wow, I'm on the wrong bus, and I never do that. I never lose my wallet, and I never get on the wrong bus.
No, it's hard to get on
And
the
I'm
wrong
completely
bus.
sober, like
It is hard
and the thing is,
to get on the wrong bus.
The thing is, a 406, once you're on it, it's very different to a 71.
Yeah.
It's very different setup in there, and I
Yeah.
can't believe I hadn't even fucking clocked how the stairs.
It's subtle,
the
but,
stairs are the biggest giveaway. They're completely
The
different.
seats. The
I didn't
fucking
even
seats,
fucking
man.
notice. It has that little seat on the alcove of the stairs when you go in.
Yeah,
Not all
that's
buses
right.
have that. This one did. No, I didn't even clock it.
No.
And I'm fucking just like, how am I on the wrong bus? And I don't have my wallet. I actually messaged you before I got off.
Yeah.
I was in so much shock.
I remember you
Like-
messaging me, and I was just like, "So where's your fucking wallet?" And
Yeah.
you're just like, "I've just got back to King." Like,
So I got off 2 stops later because I didn't even get off the first stop. I was too shocked. And I got off. And I was just like,
so shocked, I stayed on the bus.
yeah. I was just like, I need to find my wallet. It's going to be in one of those shops. It must be the second shop.
Was this before you got to say like the hill in Surbiton?
Oh, yeah. It's before then. Yeah.
Okay.
It was like past Kingston University I got off.
Oh, okay.
So I started walking back, and I'm like, right, well, it won't be in the first shop because I had it in the second shop to pay for Gary's present, which was a little light up Batman light. It was a Batman light, I should have just said. We all know they light up. So I went, it was Typo. So I went into Typo, which has so many sloth things in it. It's insane. Typo is essentially
They're
the
big
same
this summer.
shop as Scribbler, and those
Yeah.
are the 2 shops I went to, Scribbler and Typo. They're effectively the same fucking shop.
Same ones.
I went into Typo and I saw the woman that served me. I was like, "Hi, I'm really sorry. Did I leave my wallet here?" And very coy, she was like, "Maybe. Let me check." And I'm like, "Okay." And she looks, and she's just like, "What's it look like?" And I'm like, "Right, they've definitely got a wallet then."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "It's grey." She's like, "Okay. Can you tell me anything else about it?" I'm like, the make begins with a H? It's the same make as that bag you had. What was it?
Oh,
Henley? Henley? No, not Henley. What the fuck is it?
Hanley's,
Henley's?
East Pack, Henley's.
I just leaned over to get my wallet. Herschel. See, I can't even remember the fucking make of it.
Good Jewish name on
I
it.
can't even remember the fucking make of it. So I'm like, begins with a H. I don't study my wallet.
No.
And I like this wallet, but I just couldn't really remember.
Yeah, no, but you're not like going out your way to fucking learn everything about it, are
So
you?
I'm like, it's grey, and it begins with a H. And she's like, right. Can you tell me anything else? I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's got my ID in it. It's got a picture ID in it. It's got
Yeah.
my
I'll be on it.
provisional license. Greg Armstrong. And she looked in it again. Well, she looked under the counter and was like, just give me a minute. And she went away. Another staff member came over and was like, hi, what can you tell me about the wallet? And I'm like, it's grey. I've mixed it up now. I'm like, maybe 2 shades of grey.
Oh no!
And it's got a provisional in it.
Don't be extra descriptive.
It's got a provisional in it with my name, Greg Armstrong. Oh, it's also, money-wise, it's going to have a £5 note and a £10 note.
Yeah.
Because I remembered paying cash for Gary's card in Scribbler. And then she was like, anything else? And by now, there's like a manager there.
Yeah.
And I'm being asked the same questions again.
Yeah.
And it's like, can you tell us anything else about the wallet? And I'm like, geez, I've told you it's grey. The mate begins with a H. It's got a photo ID of me in it. It's got £15 in it. I've got my bank card, so there's no bank card in it. And they're like, anything else? And I'm like, it's got an Oyster card in it. She's like, an Oyster card. Is this your wallet? And I was like, yes. There you go. And I got it back. Upon
Oyster card.
Upon inspecting my own wallet,
Yeah.
it is not really 2 shades of grey. I mean, it's a shade of clean and
It's like an
dirty.
an ash grey.
Herschel is the make.
Yeah.
It did not have my photo ID in it because it was all in the paperwork me and Lizzie sent off recently. So it was all there, my passport and stuff with my ID.
Yeah.
So it didn't have my ID in it. I'm telling them it's got my photo ID in it with my name. It didn't have £15 in it. It had £25 in it.
No wonder they were dubious.
Mate, no wonder I waited for like 3 sets of staff.
Yeah.
I was probably. They were like, just why can't he just get anything right so I can give him back his wallet?
Yeah, that was it.
Why does he keep getting everything wrong? It's his wallet, right? What? And I couldn't remember what was in like the undercarriage bit. I mean, what have I got in here?
The gooch.
I've got what shit do I carry around? I've got an NHS organ donate card, Jack Webber's
That's more of a suggestion.
Jack Webber's for business card, and a Roach Department of Coffee Affairs loyalty card.
Got any roach? I do. I do, sir.
For some reason, that's what I have in my wallet.
I remember like when I was at H&M and someone left their like, oh fuck's sake, you cunt.
Wow.
Someone left their like she left her purse in the place. So we put it behind the counter and stuff like that. And like this woman came back about 2 hours later, just like frantic, like on to the point of near hysterics, just like, I'm sorry, has anyone handed in a purse? And was just like, what colour is it? And like, you go through the procedures.
You need to know, yeah.
It's like, could you? But it was insanely specific. It was like really sort of stand out, like blue and like it was green and purple, but like with like fucking rhinestones on it or whatever it was.
Right,
Or
okay.
like, so it really fucking stood out. And she was just like green and purple. I was just like this, and she just went. Like, and just fucking grabbed me and just gave me a massive hug. And it was just like, oh, thank you. I mean, I've just cancelled all my cards, but thank you.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, that's got to be such
Priority.
there was, I wasn't too worried. If my wallet hadn't been there, not the end of the world.
Nah.
Because I did think it had my provisional in it.
Yeah.
So that would have been a nice surprise when I got home that it wasn't in there. But all it had was an Oyster card I don't really use. I don't think anything's on it. It did have 25 quid. But I didn't know. I thought it had 15 in it. But that would still set me. On a side note, I realised this was fucking. I've been meaning to tell you this for ages. Last time me, you, and Ed went to like Eden Kebab.
Yeah.
Fucking a while ago.
Oh, that's a long time.
While
ago,
it was a date. For some reason, we knew we were doing this. I'd already like signed off by the wife. Like I was going to the pub with you guys, and I was gonna get a kebab.
Yeah.
And I fucking the next day I remembered.
Oh, was it with Chris as well?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
We had cocktails.
Yeah, and it was that day, yeah. And I remembered I had 20 quid in my wallet. And I went into the kebab shop, ordered my kebab, and the next day I didn't have the £20 notes. And I was like, fuck, well, how did I lose 20 quid last night? I didn't pay 20 quid for the kebab.
No, you did not, sir.
And then I realised it's like my memory automatically played back the drunken night. And I remembered exactly what I did. Like, I remembered being at the bus stop.
Yeah.
Holding my kebab and having my hand in my pocket, holding something, and it must have given me the kebab my change. And I was like, oh, I can't put the kebab down and get my wallet out, so I just put it in my pocket. But in my head, when being drunk at the bus stop, I had my hand in the pocket, and I finished my kebab, and the bus came. And in my head, I was like, oh, I don't need my receipt for my kebab. And I took out my hand and threw it in the bin. And I didn't think anything of it because in my head and the next day I was like, "Where's that?" No. And then I just kind of thought, I remember throwing a receipt away last night. Eden Kebab don't give receipts.
Oh no!
And just realised that I had just thrown a tenner in the bin.
Oh, someone had a good day when they found that.
Well, I don't know if they would. It was in the bin.
I've seen people rummage.
Yeah, I have too. I see it quite regularly.
But mate, when you're a bin rummager, that's what you fucking dream of.
Yeah.
And they stop so you can stop rummaging through bins and go back to your fucking job as a
keep thinking about it. I was like, fuck, I can't believe I did that. And like, it doesn't even feel like a receipt 'cause it's one of those shiny fucking...
Yeah, exactly.
Fake looking £10 notes.
We've both got the hiccups now.
Yeah, that was a hiccup / burp. That really set me off. I'm sorry. But yeah, I've been thinking about that and being like, fuck, Greg, I can't believe you fucking did that.
I remember... when I had to do like a whole load of like management training for H&M as well, I was having to work in Kingston, but I had to be there for like 7 a.m.
Wow,
which was fucking early.
In the Bentall Centre too.
Nah, it was.
it wasn't.
It was the one. It was out in the one
right,
in.
Yeah,
Eden
I'm
Walk.
with you. Yeah,
so it was the outside one.
Now a Poundland.
But I remember distinctly like that on that day. Like I remember seeing someone like. I was walking to like the back entrance, how to get in, and there was a kebab on the floor, and there was a man picking at it at like 6 a.m.
Wow.
And I was just like, that's
dark
bleak.
times.
But then also during my times, I've also found during my times of getting up super early to go to fucking work, found 60 quid on the floor once.
Wow,
that was a fucking big day, man.
Wow.
And I looked around as
just
well,
together.
Like, yeah, like literally a 50 and a 10.
Wow,
together. And I was just like, whoa. Like, and I looked around, like no one was like walking away in any direction or like had possibly lost it. And even if they did, I'm not going to go up to them and say, excuse me, if you dropped 60 quid.
Yeah.
Because they're going to say yes. And I don't want that. I want that 60 quid. I'm pretty sure that funded my drinking for that week.
Wow, what a find.
Big find. That's the most money I think I've ever found in that scenario.
I got that 100-something quid dinner when that car drove past me at the bus stop and all this money flew out the window.
What's that about?
And they were like on a dual carriageway, so they couldn't just slam the brakes on. It's one way. They couldn't just, and it was just blowing down the road.
Yeah.
And me and this girl who later on I worked with in Reese, but at the time she was just a girl I used to see at the bus stop.
Yeah.
We're both there just picking up money off the floor,
mad, isn't it?
and shoving it in our pockets.
Mate, that's a bank job.
That's something, man.
That's something, man.
Someone just go, get rid of the money and throwing it out the window, or someone letting go of it while they're counting it and the car window's open. Like
that's a bunch of kids who've all got their money together to go and buy like a fuckload of weed, and it's just flown out the window.
They're trying to be all hip hop and count their money while the window's open, and then just because it looked like it just exploded out the car.
Brilliant.
Like I didn't even look like a throw.
No,
it literally looked like a.
Damn.
I don't think it was intentional.
Wild,
and it was just blowing down the road. It was crazy. So I didn't even get all of it. The bus came and we kind of all confusedly got on it with like the bus driver must have seen us get on just with handfuls of money.
Yeah.
Hi.
Just like hello.
I remember I got to Natterjacks and I was just like, oh man, all this money was blowing on the floor, and I pulled it all out, and he was like, why the fuck did you come to work? You should have fucking come to work, but why didn't you pick it all up and bring it here?
Bring it here. What? So you can have it?
It's like if you messaged me and said, I would have understood if you're a few minutes late because you were picking up money blowing in the motorway. I mean, he probably wouldn't have, though. That might have been a trick.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Well, I don't have to pay you this week, do I?
It's like, no, you do.
No, you've
That's
come
exactly what you have to do.
I remember finding, as a kid, at the golf club with my dad, finding a £20 note floating in the puddle. And I almost left it because it was wet. I almost left it. I was like, oh no, it's in the puddle, we can't use it. And Dad's like, whoosh can. And he picked it up and he put it on the radiator. And he was like, there you go.
Still money.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Blew my fucking mind.
As soon as money's wet, I can't use it.
Yeah, that's what I thought as a kid. I was like, that's a shame. I was young, man. I vividly remember it. It was one of those old blue £20 notes.
Oh, man.
Like, it was that time ago, man.
One of the big ones.
Yeah, when money was like the size of an A4 fucking bit of paper. I mean, it was back in the old days, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
It looked like a certificate.
Yeah, that's fucking imagine getting paid is in like certifications.
Giant fucking.
It just has a tally on it, and when you go spend it, they rub a tally off
and
it.
Shit. Yes, here's your bond for the week.
Yes, don't spend it all at once. Invest it. You can earn 4p by the end of the month.
I'm not paying you money. I'm paying you investments.
Yes, investments. Hope you don't mind. You know,
So what's been
Hoover's an investment.
What's been going on, Greg? Just in general.
So it's best to bring up now, I guess. In my crazy things that have happened to me.
Yeah.
We talk about shitting on here quite a lot.
Yes, we do.
We do talk about shitting, and we've talked about, especially for me, the one time I shit in public.
Lucy recently told me that she had to switch off an episode during our shitting conversation. I think it's because I described my shit as looking like marble. And she just like, nope, that's enough for me. But yes.
Oh, shit talk warning. Turn off. Skip 1 minute now.
It's going to be longer than a minute.
Yes. Okay. Hit the 15 skip button. 15-second skip button 5 times.
Maybe a little bit longer.
Maybe
17.
7. So I was out on a run yesterday morning.
Yeah.
And I ran...
Getting ready for your marathon.
Getting ready for the marathon in a couple of weeks. So I went up, I got up for an early morning. I mean, I was up early because, if I go for a run, I'm gone for hours.
Yeah.
And if I do it like, lunchtime or like 11 in the morning, that's like my whole day gone. Yeah. And it's not, especially if you live at home in Indiana. Yeah, weekend. Oh, Greg's gone all day. So I got up early and went for a run. And I got up and I had a shit, but I was still like, I know what I'm like.
Yeah.
I like my second one. Anyway, convinced because it was so sunny I was going to get hay fever, I did take a sheet of kitchen roll with me, just one sheet, quite a big one, put it in my pocket.
One sheet.
Convinced I was going to be like, and boy did I get one sheet. Convinced that I was going to have hay fever. And I went for my run and I literally ran in a straight line towards like Leatherhead. So I was about 6k in. Well, about 4k in, I was like, fuck, I think I need a shit.
I really like the idea of you just doing a straight line and just like running through people's fences. Like some sort of like Nike advert.
I hit roads that I didn't even know you could go on because I didn't know they had a part. I was alongside like country, quite busy roads most of the day.
Yeah.
The route I went on. And I was on like paths where they were like grass either side, but really thin bit of like dry dirt in the middle.
Yeah.
And I hit roads that had no pavement. I was like, fuck, I can't go anymore. I can't run down this road
dirt.
because it's all like corners through fucking woods. I was like, I can't run on this road. So I had to turn around and go back and find another route. That happened twice and it really annoyed me.
When you are running and you have to sort of stop, do you do the run on the spot thing?
No. If I'm waiting like traffic lights, sometimes I like to walk back and forth a bit, but that's usually times where I stretch my legs a bit, have a bit of my drink. Like, I don't stand on the spot running. Stupid.
It's like, no, I've got to keep up the momentum.
But I was running down and I was just like, okay, I can feel my stomach going. I need a shit. But as I said, that happens quite often when I go for a shit. When I go for a run. But usually it's fine. It goes away after a while, and I'm usually fine.
That's shitting.
It might come. The feeling might come and go here and there. But usually it will just go and I'll make it home and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Or I get home and won't even need it by the time I get home. This time I could feel I needed a shit.
Mm-hmm.
There were points where I was like, holy fuck, this feels like it's coming.
Yeah.
This feels like it's fucking coming.
And you're a man that knows.
Yeah, and I left the house at like 7:30. So it's probably now just about 8 o'clock, just past 8 o'clock in the morning. And I've run all on this main road. I'm in Leatherhead, and I've the path led off into some woods, and it kind of goes down to a nice little woodland area. Mm-hmm. But next to it's a big field. It's right near like a motorway, and then there's like one of those like subways that go underneath the motorway. But they're really fucking dark and wet, and they look fucking like some of them look really And it just went across into more woods, and I was like, "Fuck! I don't know if anyone's gonna be around here. I need to shit. Like it's gonna happen." So I turned back, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. So I paced around for a bit looking for somewhere. I was like, "Oh man, I don't know about this. Can I just go? Can I just go over there?" And as I walked into the bush, I then heard ding, 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 and a bike came under the subway, but turned back the way I came. And I was like, "Fuck!" He didn't know I was here, but that's. I know there's cyclists around now. This changes everything. So I went down a bit further.
You make it feel like you're in the Warriors.
I went down a bit further, and I like proper rummaged into the bushes, cut all my fucking legs up, man. I've got scratches. I didn't realise till like last night / this morning that my legs are now covered in scratches.
Yeah, you're in ribbons, aren't you?
Yeah, fucking. I didn't really notice at the time the damage it was doing. I definitely knew I hit stinging nettles a couple of times.
Yeah.
Not my ass.
Not my...
And I got there. And
heaven forbid
I got to a spot. I wasn't very well covered though. Anyone can pass. I would have been seen. Like there wasn't a lot of hiding places.
Yeah.
If someone rode from the other side, they might not. Anyone came down the path, they would blatantly just see me there.
Yeah.
Like it was very fucking risky. So I dropped my shorts and bent down and did a shit. It was fucking horrible. It was fucking horrible. It was very quick. The whole thing was very quick.
That surprises me.
Yeah, it was very quick. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and start reading fucking news stories on my phone. Like,
I mean, it's not the most of like comfortable positions, is it?
No, it wasn't.
Did you have your back resting against anything?
No, I was
just
nothing. No support.
Squat.
No nothing. Yeah. Ugh. And I was really concerned I was going to get it in the back of my shorts or the back of my legs.
I remember from my experience of shitting outdoors, and I was in a suit, and
wow.
I've told it in the shitting episode, but like when I had them pulled down because they were sort of still baggy, I was convinced I was just shitting into my trousers, like. And then I started pissing, and I had to make sure that was poking downwards as well. Like, it's a real mess.
I didn't piss, I just shit. But then I was like, right, done. Had that kitchen towel with me, towel paper, in case I fucking got hay fever. Didn't use it completely effectively the first
shit
time.
Fever.
It got a bit. It wasn't the smoothest operation.
No.
And then I kind of like sorted myself out and was like, right, now I guess I just carry on. And I did. I carried on.
Did you feel like just shit rubbing
No,
against
do you know what? Not really, because I was clean. I'd had the tissue.
I was clean.
The tissue worked effectively. I even wiped myself off with my hands.
One sheet, mate. One sheet.
It was big sheet. In the white fucking... Plus me, this was coming, man. It wasn't that messy. in the wet morning dew of the grass.
Whether I wanted it to or not.
In the wet morning dew of the grass. And then just carried on running.
Yeah.
I was like, right, I'm only 6K and I need to do more than this. And I was off again. And I felt great.
You know,
for a little
like
while, anyway.
You know, like when you like you're out and about, you're like, say if you're like walking and you're kind of sort of in a more like sort of grassy kind of sort of area, and you see a shit, it now makes you question as to how many of them are human shits, because I think this is a common occurrence. I know one other person that's had a shit outside, like whilst running. Yeah. So like it's a common occurrence. Who? I shouldn't say.
Oh right. Interesting. But I'm sure any sort of people who go running, if you talk to them and they do long runs, I'm sure at some point there's going to be at least a story of them either shitting themselves, shitting, or coming very close.
Yeah.
Because there's not many toilets to use when you're out running.
No, there isn't. No.
There really isn't. Pissing's okay,
The world is our toilet.
but shitting is, it's. I say I've done it once now, and I've come very close before.
I reckon if you went on like some sort of like runners forum,
Oh, yeah.
I reckon there'd be a lot of stories about shitting. We
Yeah.
should do that.
Yeah, man.
we should see if there's a runners
That's
forum.
a good idea. There probably is. Oh, if not, we'll make one.
If not, I mean, we can easily find one, sign up to it, and then just post a thread about how many people have got a funny shit story.
That sounds like one of those like fucking Facebook groups you'd make, fucking like or page, fucking
that would then just turn into like
Public
a meme,
shitting.
a meme page, and
public
then you just start
shitting, public
advertising.
figure, public figure,
Public shitting for public people.
I get stuff going. I get the story going. I get the page going on my story.
Right, here we go.
Feel free to add and discuss and offer tips of how you've got around the problem. Well, that's a good idea. Thank you, Mavis, for sending that in. She carries around a
Perhaps
handful
maybe
of
you could
tissue
also
at all
listen
times.
to our running-based podcast, The All-Seeing Guy.
She's always got wet ones with her, just in case.
Of course, the wet wipe.
Just to give herself a quick wipe.
Surely that might be a bit of a might create a bit of a rash, though. I would say like the wet.
It
the
depends
wet
if you're running, maybe, but you could wipe off with a towel after, not a towel, but a tissue.
Not a towel.
I keep saying towel like I'm going to
wipe their ass with a towel, you heathen.
I'm wondering if one day I'm going to come across if I come across somebody else shitting in public on a run, I'm just going to be like, it's fine. Put my fist in the air.
I know.
I hear you,
There
brother.
needs to be some sort of language, like sign.
I hear you, brother. Good work,
Just like, is that it? Just put your fist in the air. Stealing that from the Olympians, are you?
brother. But yeah, so that happened. It had to happen though. I'm glad.
Oh,
it
mate,
happened.
you've been building up. Building up for weeks.
At this 70th last night, I told Liz's brother Dan and Laura. I was chatting to them, and I told them, and they were like, "Oh, right." Okay.
Oh,
and
didn't
then they
understand.
went to go talk to someone else, and he was like, "You've ruined this, Greg." And
Why do you do these
And I
things?
told Liz's cousin Gianni, he thought it was fucking hilarious.
There you go, man.
Because he came over and was just like, "You still running?" I was like, "Yeah, I went today. Did a shit in the woods." He was like, "What?"
You got to know your audience, Greg. That's
yeah,
the thing.
yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Some people will just be like, "Oh,
Like, I didn't even tell Lizzie till after I got home. 'Cause I didn't want to message her in case she read it out.
don't ruin it. It's
But,
gonna be
yeah,
it's
but-
gonna be my bit for the night."
I got home and was just like, we're upstairs, and I was just like, "Oh, I did a shit in the woods," and she's like, "You animal."
Of course.
She's like, "You fucking animal." Like, she thought it was funny.
Disgusting.
I was like, "I had this tissue." She's like, "Oh, this is great." Like, I told her in a lot more detail than I
Yeah,
intended
of
in the
course.
podcast.
I think you told her about the texture of it and everything.
I told her it looked like
Cow pat it was. Lizzie.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Like a fucking cow pat.
I did. Maybe I said that to you, but I did tell her it was like cow poo.
It's so disgusting. That's the worst of the shit. Out of all the shits, like in the animal world,
Yeah.
cow shit is the worst.
Oh man, I remember on a school trip and someone's dad came along and they picked up a bit of it, threw it at us, and was like, "It's only a bit of shit. What's the matter with you?"
It's not, man. It's not just a bit of
Don't
shit.
just-
It's cow shit.
And he just threw it at me, you
It's
motherfucker.
thick like porridge.
Don't throw it
but
at me.
shit.
Don't throw it at me. It's fucking hideous.
Yeah, man, that's out of order. I mean, horse shit I wouldn't be too mad about. That shit dries out quickly.
I mean, yeah, but
Cow shit.
I wouldn't be. I mean,
Oh.
that dries like quick too. Oh, maybe we're getting too deep into shit now.
Shit.
We're in-
Episode
we're-
3
we're-
of the Shitting Chronicles.
We're in the shit now, motherfuckers.
We're up to our tits and shit.
Up to our tits and shit. I'm sat here. I'm looking through at the moment some trending news stories.
Okay.
Fuck. Did you see?
What's
fucking
going on in
hell.
the metro?
Did you see that cruise ship that fucking flooded? Like, it's not really much of a story to go into here on the podcast. I just see a video playing on the fucking on the website. It's like cruise ship passengers watch as corridors flood with water in real life Titanic.
That is going to fuck you
A
up. isn't it?
Caribbean cruise ship, fucking 50 rooms flooded with water.
No way.
Mate, and the video is just literally water pouring out of a wall. Wow, multiple fucking holes in the wall, just filling up this fucking hallway. Imagine being on a fucking cruise ship and that happening.
Nah,
Fucking
that's
shit
not.
myself.
I'm not about that life.
Sorry, we're not talking about shit anymore, are we, Greg? Sorry. I'm doing. One story did pop up that I wanted to mention, only because I was really shocked when I saw this woman's age.
Imagine all that water, but shit.
What shit? Yeah, that's what's happened. It's all the fucking shit storage tanks have burst.
The
So-
fucking silo.
This news story came out yesterday on Saturday, May the 5th. I know we're messing with the timeline here.
You don't know when we're recording or where.
Woman receives email from potential employer calling her a chav.
Don't eye this, chav.
A woman was left humiliated after an employee at the job she had applied for accidentally sent her an email calling her a chav. Paige Bond from New Milton, Hampshire,
Fairly fucking chav name.
had applied for a box packaging role at Forest Whole Food after seeing an advert in the local paper. She sent her CV in mentioning her warehouse packing experience and also her background in promotions and sales. But the 48-year-old was left shocked when she received a disgusting email. Man, I mean, like, I don't know if I can turn this around so you can quite see, Joe. I was shocked that she was 48. I don't know,
Fucking hell.
maybe it's an old picture. Like,
She looks cracking for 48.
yeah, she does. Good work, Paige Bond.
You fucking chav.
So, the email written by an employee who had passed their opinion purely on Miss Bond's Facebook profile, got to check those profiles and you're applying for jobs,
right.
people, said, she is probably worth interviewing if you think you can cope having someone like her around.
Oh.
It is also mentioned Miss Bond's pink fingernails added she would probably lift spirits in the packing room, but also said she was probably irritating. The email even went on as far as to say, delete this email in case you take her on and she found it. Mrs. Bond, 48, said she was shocked at the email and said the worker went on to leave her an apology on her voicemail after realising their mistake.
That is,
But she said she had
bite the bullet, didn't you?
But she said she decided to go to the interview just to see if the email was mentioned. But did it? Did it? Oh, I thought it ended there.
She went still? Fucking man, that is awkward.
When the company didn't offer an apology, she brought it up at the end of the interview and eventually received an apology. Miss Bond told The Sun, I'm quite glamorous, and yes, I have big boobs. But how can they judge me on that? The last thing I am is a chav. I brighten up my Facebook page, and I enjoy a selfie, but if I'm being judged on this, it's disgusting, it's humiliating, and totally wrong.
I've got tits and I know it.
Miss Bond said she was told the email was written by a worker called Josie. Haha, I dobbed her right in. Who on the firm's website appears to be responsible for the firm's commitment to protect and respect customer privacy. Oh, GDPR coming, you were fucked. Well, here now. She has since said she has not heard back from the grocers, but has no intention of working for the firm. Metro contacted Forest Whole Foods for comment. Nothing yet.
She's got
Jesus.
great tits.
Man.
That was their attempt at making it better. No, she's right. She has got great tits.
Just imagine that fear. That happened, didn't it, a little while ago with a big story broke about a estate agent did it. He said something about her ass or like, you ever called her ugly or her ass or... And like, he wrote it to his boss, but his boss replied CCing the woman by mistake. How embarrassing, man. I'd panic, man. If I did something like that, if I wrote a shitty fucking email about
I'd kill
someone
myself.
and accidentally sent it.
I'd
Like if I wrote something horrible about somebody in the wrong WhatsApp group. I accidentally posted it on Facebook.
Oh, shit.
Speaking about WhatsApp, there was a story recently. Let's see if I can find it actually, where a school, somebody wrote, I think it was a racist comment in their WhatsApp group, and somebody in the group complained about it, showed it to the school, and they got suspended or expelled. What? Yeah, because of they had screenshots of it. It was said in the WhatsApp group.
That's not how it works.
Yeah. I'm going to see what happens here. WhatsApp group, school. No, that's weird. What's the word I'm thinking of?
Suspended?
So yeah, no, I was thinking of like not conspiracy, but like, hey, here we go. This is it. Man, honestly, one of my biggest fears is that like one or two of my WhatsApp groups would just go public one day, and the paper would just print everything, and people would just read through and be like, "Oh my god, you said some fucking horrible things."
Yeah, but you know what? I've already thought of our response. If you think I'm apologising, you're mistaken.
Exeter University has expelled and suspended law students found to have posted racist messages in a private WhatsApp group. Messages such as, buy blacks in bulk, what a joke, how has this veggie, N-word, won, and this is why we need a race war, was shared, with one describing London Mayor as a cancer.
Fucking hell.
One of the members of the group, student... Aslan, very close to the line from fucking
Aslan,
posted screen grabs of the conversation online back in March, prompting the university and students' union to launch an investigation. Wow. He described the content of the WhatsApp conversation as completely unacceptable racist, sexist, and bigoted behaviour that had deeply affected both students and staff. The messages were fundamentally at odds with the comment, or the messages were fundamentally at odds with the commitment to the to the inclusivity, tolerance, and respect that lies at the heart of everything we stand for. Okay, so the university were very upset.
Oh,
Mr. Bell later released his own statement acknowledging that the comments were inexcusable and undeniably wrong. He and the other students in the group had already been removed from the University Bracken Law Society Committee. Oh my God, banished.
This is an outrage.
Fuck. The university has also launched a new online hub featuring guidance on such abuse. Jesus, now it's like a big thing.
Well,
Don't
this is
screenshot
everyone.
and share people's WhatsApp messages.
Everyone's just a bit fucking tetchy these days, isn't they?
Mate, like,
Everyone's just a bit too sensitive.
my WhatsApp, I say, it definitely worries me that one day it'll just be public.
Understandable.
There's some shit, man. Like, fucking, I mean, also, but you read that, and you're like, oh, I can't believe they said that. But sometimes amongst friends,
Then you think about the things that you've said to people.
yeah, we're not saying racist, but like,
Nah.
just
Say some
fucked up
fucked up
jokes.
shit.
You say some fucked up shit amongst your friends in a WhatsApp group sometimes.
Yeah, man.
Because you're just trying to fucking do each other for being disgusting or vulgar or rude or whatever fucking the case may be. Like, and any screen grabs of that, fuck, man. If one of the WhatsApp groups I'm in became public, I think I would be like the most hated men in Britain.
That'd be great.
But it's probably worse than that out there as well. Like, that's fucking if I say crazy, that's weird. That's fucking.
It is like I think
Privacy
it's the element.
gone
No,
mental.
the element of it is obviously I have privacy and I'm amongst people that I trust to think that I don't actually think these things.
Yeah.
But obviously, you see it from the outside, and it's like, I can't believe he said that. If
Yeah.
he said that, he obviously means it.
Exactly, like overhearing.
Like, I mean,
I say,
obviously,
well,
I'd say.
eavesdropping, overhearing people say fucked up shit as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Just be like, that is disgusting. You're talking about that.
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't sit and say that in a bus or some of the stuff we talk about in a WhatsApp. Writing it down's easier than saying it.
It's so much easier to say it like on a bus. Or in,
Fucking terrifying, man. Gosh, again now. I don't want to think. I perished the thought. But was that fair? Do you reckon they should have been fucking.
if you had to stab one of your brothers
Oh, that's fucked up.
or release your archive of WhatsApp conversations, what would you choose?
I don't know. That's a horrible fucking thought. I wouldn't
You get
stab
to
my
choose the
brother.
brother.
I'd probably have to. I'd probably have to release the archive, but stab myself.
Damn. Take one.
Yeah.
Fell on your own sword.
Yeah. I saw one. Fuck. I heard a great one the other day. I've been watching this show on Netflix called Rosterdun, or Wrote It Rosterdun, and it's like a comedy show about retail. And you can tell whoever the guys that wrote it fucking worked in retail. Like
man.
it's like electrical. It's an Australian show. It's an electrical store.
Yeah, no, I've seen clips of that.
It's funny, man. Like, and it is so spot on about fucking working in retail.
Yeah.
Just like the customers, the way they are when they bring stuff back.
Yeah.
Fucking them coming in 1 minute before closing. Like, it's all that is in there. It's very fucking spot on. But there's a couple of guys in there that always play that Would You Rather. And theirs was it? It was like, if your mum's soul went into your girlfriend's body and your girlfriend's soul went into your mum's body and the only way to swap them back was to have sex with one of them, which one would you have sex with?
Oh, wow.
And I was like, fuck.
Wow. Tough choice.
Yeah, it's really tough. I couldn't even find. The guy was like, nah, there was another one. I can't remember what it was.
I mean, my head says go with the body of the girlfriend because...
But your mum will always know that.
Yeah, but...
If it's her body, your mum would never know about it. Her memory would have been spared. She wouldn't know ignorance is bliss, man. If in that situation, I think for
Yeah, but then your girlfriend's going to know you fucked your mum's body.
Yeah, well, it's different though. Like, she's part of that.
What's different about it?
She's part of that.
She's part of that. Yeah, I guess so.
Anyway, it's a fucked up one.
Damn. That's messy.
Oh, that was another one. It was like, would you rather have an arm that's a tattoo sleeve of cocks, big pulsating cocks, or have your arm cut off, or have a finger cut off? That's it. It was either have your little
Just
finger.
one finger.
It was either have your little finger cut off or an arm full of dick sleeves.
Oh, man. It's good. Aussies know how to play Would You Rather.
Yeah, they do, mate. They do, man. Yeah, some of them I'm just like, fuck, man, that's fucked up. I can't even fucking. Sometimes they make me uncomfortable. Those ones. Sometimes how shocking they are is funny and it works, but sometimes like, that's making me think too much.
Yeah.
That's really hurting my head.
It's because you're trying to find reason
Yeah, the chocolate
in a very
chip.
unreasonable situation.
Trying to find reason in a very unreasonable situation. The all-seeing guys, but we don't find reason.
Never. If anything, if we do find reason, we shit all over it.
We shit all over it all the fucking time. So, seeing as we mentioned him earlier, what is the deal with Kanye West at the moment? Why is he suddenly popping back up on the internet?
I think it all started because he
He's been quiet for a while.
yeah, well, I think it was all because he tweeted, and I don't think he's a big tweeter, or he doesn't like use Twitter a lot. He uses it in bursts, and he started tweeting some shit about like albums coming out and things like that. And ever since then, he's just been on one.
Right.
And I think it all really sort of escalated when he started sort of saying like he would have voted for Trump, or he supported Trump and like was seen wearing a "Make America Great Again" like fucking like cap and shit, and that kind of he sort of what was it he said the other day about like he said pretty much that slavery was a choice.
That's a bit outside the box to say.
That's well outside the box. What was
Wow.
he said? Like, if you're a slave for 400 years, it sounds like a choice.
Fuck. Jesus.
It's just like,
I know a lot of the Trump stuff's been shocking everyone.
I think that's where it kind of got everyone's attention, and since then he's just been fucking on one. He did like a whole thing at TMZ, and someone like he said the whole slavery thing, and someone called him out there, and just. I think, but there was something got sent to me by Lucy.
We've always said that he was heading for some sort of weird breakdown.
He's going definitely in a direction. But this was
I can't believe Kim hasn't divorced him yet.
no. Well, I mean, she's fucking
Just as nuts.
not got.
Didn't she jump to defend him as well, like on Twitter?
Probably because she's wife, innit? But this Lucy sent me this, which was a very interesting read, which is someone thinking like Kanye West is just doing like a performance art piece.
Right, okay.
And they're going back through like, oh, hang them out.
What? What's happened?
It might have been taken down.
Oh, really?
It's not loading, Greg.
Oh, fuck.
Interesting.
So what was this?
It was a whole conspiracy about how he'd previously tweeted some stuff about his mood, and he was like...
I've got it.
He was like... He tweeted out a bunch of books
I
that
got
he'd
it.
been reading. Excellent. Mine isn't working for some reason. Okay, get your tinfoil hats and red string. I've got a conspiracy theory. Kanye West is in the middle of a performance art piece, and the clues are right there in front of us. First, we need to establish who Denim Tears is. Forgive me if this is not well-known info. I'm not great at keeping up with every celebrity. His name is Tremaine Emery. He's a collaborator and friend of Kanye. Last night, Kanye tweeted a picture. It appears that Tremaine to be at the table. We also know from a previous tweet from Tremaine he is in the same place as where Kanye lives. Kanye also mentioned in his interview that my boy Tremaine tweeted, so we can assume that they are like good friends, and he looks at his Twitter account. I promise this info will be important coming up. What? A week or so after rejoining Twitter, Kanye tweeted these images, which was some books. David Hammond's Blizzard Ball Sale, David Hammond's Higher Goals, something by Joseph Buies, and something else as well. So the first two images are of a book by David Hammond. After Kanye tweeted these images, Tremaine quoted them with this emoji, the black spade sign. Don't know what that means. I believe this
Sounds like a slur.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I believe this is referring to Hammond's work, which aimed to turn racist cliches on its head.
So he's going to give head.
I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to explain all this and to keep people interested. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. As for the two images of Joseph Buies, the image Kanye tweeted from an art installation Buies did in '74 called "I Like America and America Likes Me," where he locked himself in a room with a coyote for 3 days.
What?
The purpose of this performance with a coyote, a wild spirit...
Was he banging it?
No. The purpose of this performance with the coyote, a wild spirit often thought as America's untamed spirit, was to hopefully make the coyote tolerant and accepting through Bowie's desire to heal. I believe Kanye is doing a modern take on Bowie's piece with the Coyote. He's embraced what might be considered the Coyote of today. Gotten close to it, Trump, Candace Owens, alt-right. Maybe he's this better... maybe he sees this as a better chance to tame the coyote than more than traditional methods.
Tame the coyote.
But would Kanye get called out for doing something that he's already done or taking someone else's ideas? Maybe not if he explained them himself. There's some tweets about him embracing some shit and some other bullshit. He also goes on to mention how Kanye tweeted about Andy Kaufman, who obviously did like a lot of comedy that was funny to him, but others just sort of found confusing and shit.
So they just reckon this whole thing, Kanye, where this is him doing some artistic fucking performance.
Yeah,
in theory.
There's the
kind
whole
of reminds me of that film with what's his name, with Jacqueline Phoenix pretending to be the rapper.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's something very, very similar to that. He's kind of sort of. I think he's obviously getting exposure for it. Some people probably could just see it as him getting some exposure for his fucking album that's dropping in June. Who knows? You know, and it's just a Kanye way of telling everyone that he's got an album coming out.
Has he released any new music recently?
No, not recent. Oh no, I think there was what was it? Travis Scott released a song with him featuring on it.
Right, okay.
That's the only thing that I can really think of. But there's this whole madness. It's very, very interesting to read. And the whole sort of bits about Andy Kaufman and the kind of sort of how it's all just one big performance art piece and things like that.
I watched that documentary with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I haven't watched it.
It's pretty
all,
fucked
no.
up. I mean, just how dedicated he is to the role in terms of how he believes he is him.
Oh, yeah.
And like his daughter came to visit who never got to meet him so she could meet her dad.
That's weird.
So she met Jim Carrey and the guy's dad was on set and was like, yeah, it's him.
So
like, and he would fuck shit up. Like, he'd nightmare for director.
I saw,
he wouldn't come out on set. And Danny DeVito, that makes them two up. Fucking imagine Californication with Danny DeVito. It'd be amazing.
That'd be amazing.
It's like Danny DeVito's like it's behind the scenes of it. And Danny DeVito turns to the camera, all in character and stuff, and he's just like, I know there's like method, but this guy's
fucking
nuts.
out of it. Yeah,
like because it's fucking up everyone's schedule because he's taking too long to do shit.
Yeah,
and he's refusing to do things a certain way. And like his big fucking rows with the director as the character.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I've seen bits of it, and it is him just in constant like sort of. But I mean, there's always been footage of Jim Carrey on the set because it's usually like the fucking outtakes and stuff like that, and you see him and it's fine. But this was completely different. But also like it's a very, very clear turning point for him because obviously like it's after I think even. It's sort of building up to where he is now, which is this very kind of. I mean, I know he's had like a lot of shit going on with his like girlfriend committing suicide and stuff.
Have you seen like his artwork and shit?
It's bizarre, dude.
Yeah,
Jim Carrey is just like he's. I think it's just one of those things where he's just been so high for so long, not like in drug sense, but like in the sense of like a performer. That he's just up there and out there now, and he just can't switch it off. He's
got a new film coming out. I saw the trailer for it. It's called Dark Crimes, and he's like a detective investigating some missing girl or murder of a girl, and it does look fucking dark. It doesn't look very good though. It looks like if it was.
We've said it before that he's only good in serious roles like a certain amount of times.
Yeah. Like that fucking book film he was in, book 74 numbers. That film was fucking shit.
But like stuff like him in like Truman Show, he's fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Well, that's still got a heavily comedy aspect to it though as well.
Well, it's not so much comedy. I think it's just kind of, I don't know. It's all set in this light-hearted, nothing goes wrong town.
Yeah,
you know, like where everything runs on schedule because it's not real.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's a fucking exhausting experience.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Good idea. I like that. I've not seen that film in fucking ages.
I love that.
When it came out, I liked it, but I don't think I appreciated it as much as I would when I watched it later on because it came out during like Jim Carrey's like, he's the Mask, he's Ace Ventura.
Yeah. It was what was it like? Sort of early It was after like Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah.
It was not too long after, I don't think. That's one of my other favourites.
Yeah, that is
him
good.
and Me, Myself, and Irene is fucking brilliant. The bit where he fights himself. I
always forget about that film.
That is amazing.
I always just remember the Foo Fighters song more.
Yeah, true. When Breakout was, because they did the whole video for it as well.
Yeah, with the little black dwarf guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That was distinct memories of that.
Which, of course, not different dwarf or mini-me, but what's his name? Vernon Troyer died, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Little mini-me.
Little mini-me died.
Yeah. I
He used to do those
refuse.
horrible fucking bingo adverts where he was like, the house never loses. Ah! He used to, whenever that advert came on, it used to really scare my niece.
He freaked me out when he used to talk. So I think that's why I liked him as mini-me. Because he didn't talk. But
And he was
that,
the stunt double on Baby's Big Day Out as well.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. There's work, you can get it.
Yeah, and the fact that he was in Celebrity Big Brother as well was crazy.
He was in the US one as well.
Yeah.
But, like, he got really drunk and was just like, he had like a mobility scooter.
Right.
And he was just naked on it and then just like pissing in a corner.
Wow.
There's a sex tape of him, dude.
Yeah.
Like, imagine that. But imagine being that girl.
Apparently he was quite rampant.
I mean, yeah, he's the size of a vibrator.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean,
good to go.
He is. You could literally stick him up you.
Apparently he did have a bit of demons of alcohol and such. But you know what? He's little, man. Like, really
He
fucks
didn't
him
have
up.
demons. He just couldn't handle his drink. He was like half a meter.
Did he
tall.
kill himself? I think it sounded like he had, but I don't think it was officially
don't know.
confirmed.
I mean, I refuse to believe that anyone, like, I saw like a load of people say like, oh, R.I.P. Van Troy. Fuck off.
Yeah, no one cares.
Like,
I know
absolutely fuck you,
what you mean.
man.
I know what you mean.
Like, anyone that says they cared
I know what you mean.
about Vern Troyer dying is a fucking
And just the fact
liar.
that when he did that, all of a sudden it appeared every celebrity in the world had a photo of him.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you reckon that's why they do those photos? We need to get a photo of this guy because when he dies, I can post it.
I need to get a photo with this person.
Everyone's
for when
got
they
a backlog
die.
of photos of other celebrities they met just for when the time comes. Just be like, right, release it now.
Harrison Ford must be concerned when he
Oh
starts
my
getting people
god!
taking
Yeah,
photos.
loads of people, loads of other celebrities taking photos with him.
It's my time.
Oh man, they think
Maybe
I'm
that's
going
how they
soon.
tell. Maybe that's in the celebrity world. Maybe that's how they tell.
With all the
That's
photos.
that's a film idea there.
When all the photos start getting taken, it's kind of like a reverse Nightcrawler. Like,
That's it. No, that could be it. And it's just like, so there's someone, there'll be like an old actor in Hollywood who knows about the curse of everyone asking for photos with them. So they're like running, and it's just them being chased by people with their phone. Like, can I get a picture? Can I get a
God, it
picture?
reminds me of that Michael Jackson video when he hides
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
fucking when he hides in the fucking the wardrobe department and puts on the bunny suit.
Yeah, and then
Sneaks out, but then whistles at them, so they're
yeah.
going to chase him.
That's it.
Damn it,
Doesn't make
Michael
sense.
Jackson, come
Doesn't
on.
make sense.
You know, they're bound to get
You were
chased.
trying to escape all that. You were scot free.
That advert used to, that video used to scare me a bit as a kid. I think it was the guys on a
horrible.
bike.
No, I tell you what it is. It's the bit where it's just like, it's my Michael Jackson, and they all
God.
just turn evil.
Yeah, those fucking tourist like
It's just
fans
like,
were
ugh.
scary, and they've got the really racist like, Japanese guy.
the Japanese tourists, and it's just a
camera,
line of them,
and they're
like-
just making them. Yeah, they're just walking on flashing.
Their heads are cameras.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, man. Moonwalker was messed up.
Yeah, that video, because obviously the Moonwalker film was sandwiched between loads of all his music videos when you had the video of Moonwalker.
Moonwalker's so bizarre. Like, it is a very bizarre film.
Yeah.
Like, the whole, because the whole start of it is literally just a series of Michael Jackson videos.
Yeah.
There's only about 45 minutes of a plot.
Yeah,
that is
that's
considered
what I
a
mean.
film.
That's what I mean. It's like all the videos, then the film.
But it's so, like, there's no cut. I mean, there is a cut, and it's really well done, but, like, because it will end, like, one video ends, and then it, like, pans down into what is considered this plot for a film. But even, like, it's just so bizarre. So,
It's like Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci's the evil villain who's
With
trying to
the
get kids
ponytail.
onto heroin.
Yeah.
Specifically, that's his reason
Yeah.
for destroying the world. I remember,
He's got
like,
all the spider stuff.
he's got all the spiders, like, all over, like, the world where he's infected it with heroin. I just like the idea. I think that Michael Jackson was just like, I want something bad.
I want to turn into a car. I like cars. I just saw Transformers. I want to turn into a Transformer.
No, it's the whole thing. So it, like, cuts down to him, and it's the bit where he, like, he leaves the house or whatever, and then he's, like, shot to pieces.
Yeah.
But then it's like all the kids are like homeless now, and then it cuts to them all just like running through a field together, and it's just like, what's happened from here to here that these kids are now homeless? I'm assuming Michael Jackson is some sort of ghost.
Yeah. But now he wishes on the star and turns
so
into the car.
bizarre. And
That rhymed.
That's all just one giant build up to the Moonwalker video.
When he turns in, I like it when he turns into the big robot though and screams.
Oh yeah, leave her alone.
I always liked that bit when
That's
he turned
cool.
into the fucking robot.
But it's yeah. But then I don't really know how the film ends. Like, how does it end?
Yeah, I don't remember how it ends.
Does he turn into a cat at one point? But then it's
Does
his
he?
shadow. It doesn't make a lot of
What happens
sense.
to Joe Pesci at the end? Does he get killed?
Probably dies.
Man.
I think, doesn't he turn into something as well?
What?
I don't know.
God, they'll turn into big robots and fight each other.
I feel like
Power
you
Rangers
and me.
or Pacific Rim.
I feel like you and me can create a film
I mean,
that
wouldn't
makes
it
more
look as
sense.
good. Oh yeah,
than
I mean, you
Moonwalker.
say that we made Evlick, and that makes no sense.
Makes more sense than Moonwalker.
Maybe
that
the
should have been
beginning
the tagline.
makes more sense, and that'll be the sequel's tagline. Makes more sense than Moonwalker and the
more
last film we made.
No. That would be the line for it. It makes more sense the second time. The origin story.
The origin story of the Evlick. Ed recently acquired an awesome mirror. We're trying to think of how that can play into it.
Yeah, that thing is huge, man. It looks like a giant European
Like
football
the
trophy.
Evlick lives in the mirror. The Evlick, of course, is a made-up horror character we made. Ed built this like skull and antlers and
See,
stuff.
we weren't lying when we told Ed was creative.
Yeah. When we were going to film this made-up short Christmas horror film, because we realised all the Christmas horrors we were watching were rubbish. And we arrived at Ed's the day, and he'd made these fucking big antlers and stuff. And this whole fucking almost like an out costume where he had the skull on this huge handheld thing where a cloak would hang over the top of it. And it was fun. It was cool, man. It does look
looked
great because
great,
it looks
man.
really tall.
Yeah.
It looks really tall.
It looked brilliant.
Go on YouTube if you haven't already and go to the Evlick and watch. It'll be something you'll see in Guy's YouTube page. Watch the Evlick. There's a really long scene of us drinking beers for no fucking reason. And Joe does catch some actual footage of me urinating.
Yeah.
Not shitting, urinating. I didn't know it was there. Ed wants to film some of the sequel when we're in Windermere.
He does, yeah, no.
Which should be around the time this episode comes
I think, I better charge the camera, I think.
Oh, you're definitely going to need to bring the camera. Even if we don't film it, bring it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I'm going to
make a road trip video.
Like we did for Amsterdam.
Yes, just like that.
Not exactly like it, but like...
That should be. We are going to take the Zoom mic, so we're off to Windermere in a couple of weeks. Well, by the time this comes out now.
Yeah.
Me, Joe, Lizzie, Indiana, Ed, Sarah.
That's it.
Heading up. We've got B&B, Airbnb booked up.
Up in Cumbria, is it?
Right in that area, yeah.
Raoul Moatland.
I keep thinking, I'm going on holiday, but I'm not because I'm running a marathon.
Yeah.
But luckily
I'm going on holiday.
Yeah, luckily I have got the Monday afterwards, which originally we were going to do the run Sunday and come home Monday. But Ed was like, why are you doing that?
Are we going on Tuesday?
Yeah.
All right.
That was always the case.
Yeah, I just have to. I can never remember what.
Yeah, Lizzie had that panic as well.
I keep thinking I'm back to work Monday.
Yeah, no, we sent all the dates out when we booked it, like so we all know. But yeah. So we're coming back on the Tuesday, so it's like you can actually be on the holiday for a day, and I'm probably gonna be fucked anyway.
Yeah, we have to like wheel you around in. Like,
I'm gonna be
Indiana's.
fucked. I'm just gonna want to sit
buggy.
if it's sunny, just sit in that garden, just be like
man.
booze and
We'll just get
meat.
some beers. No, like the day after, we'll just get some beers. We'll have a barbecue.
Yeah.
We'll just fucking chill out.
Exactly, it'd be well if I can need it.
We can go and jump in Lake Windermere if you particularly feel the urge to.
Fix me, dragging me. We gotta bring him back. He can't
I don't
use
think
his
it's the
legs.
fountain of youth. I don't.
I found, in my eyes, the fountain of youth once. It was in Switzerland. When I went there with
thought you
Lee,
said a sweet
when I
shop
went
for
there
a-
with Lee, George, and Ben Monopoly. The first day we got there to Switzerland at Lake Interlaken, it was fucking gorgeous, fucking wet. It was so fucking hot and sunny and blue skies, and it's like up in the mountains. And it was like, man, there's a lake near here. Should we just go chill by it for the first day? But we were in two minds. Like, we've just got here. Maybe we'll save that and make a whole day of it. But I was like, fuck it. You know what? It's too fucking hot. We've just got it. It's it's like late afternoon. Let's get some beers. We went and bought some beers. Found this, a bit of a walk down the river. Found this spot Lee had been to before, which was just this big fucking lake. And when you're in it, it was just lake to the horizon and just mountains around you. It was fucking amazing. And I remember we got on it and we're swimming quite far out, coming back out, drinking our beers. Fuck, when we walked back, I remember just feeling amazing.
Yeah.
Like, my skin felt so soft and
Fresh.
clean.
Yeah.
And my hair at the time was really puffy, like naturally puffy, and I looked good. Like all of us were like, God, I feel amazing.
Natural
I
water,
was like, man, that was like the fountain of youth. I feel completely rejuvenated.
Yeah.
Like, I feel my body feels amazing right now. Then the next few days, it was like a fucking crazy ass storm. So it's like, it is lucky we did go then.
Thank God,
It
mate.
came at a price though, finding the fountain of youth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a big storm.
Oh, right. I thought you were going to like shit yourself the next day or something.
No. I was fine. I was very tired that night, I remember.
Yeah. Well, you know, at the Fountain of Youth, you're still tired.
So it's in Switzerland if you're looking for it. So it's a lake there.
If you're looking for it,
But I say that about whenever I go abroad and I feel their water. The water's so soft over here.
I mean, it makes me want, because I remember like just sitting in the giant fountain in Bushy Park and not feeling particularly great after that. So really, I guess it depends on your surroundings.
My maybe I don't know what to say this. My dad told me a story about his friend drowning in that fountain.
Brilliant.
And I was like, but it's really not that heavy. He's like, I
not.
know. He's like, he just fell in and it had just happened. I was like, fuck, that's
It
terrifying.
is disgusting in there, though.
That's terrible. I mean, this was years ago. Like, they were young. They were like 10 or something. That's a fucking... I was like, fuck, man. That's like...
Yeah, no one hears about that.
That's a terrifying
haunted
story.
fountain. Yes,
Well,
please.
could be. But I also remember another guy telling me a story about the same fountain, which really, as a kid, really upset me. He had a stick in one hand and his Empire Strikes Back Luke Skywalker figure in the other. And he threw the stick and it slid out. And he looked and he was still holding the stick.
Oh,
And he'd thrown his Luke Skywalker toy across the frozen lake.
that is sad.
Yeah, it's sad. He couldn't go get it. Too
Damn.
dangerous. That was
Well,
a
hopefully
random...
that Luke Skywalker doll found animals'
Maybe I bought
stomach
it
to
at a
cut
boot sale
open
many
so he
years
could take
later.
shelter.
Maybe I bought it at a boot sale many years later.
Who knows?
I know. Well, I don't know.
Someone probably found that.
Man, that was a random fucking up and down series of fucking conversations then, wasn't it? I didn't even know what the fuck we were
That's
talking about.
how we
then.
roll, my man.
Man.
That is how we roll.
Feels like maybe we should steer this in I say a sensible direction. In a direction of
Towards the
subject
finish line,
matter.
like we
and
were
go
running
for
some sort of marathon.
and Go for some agony answer. And you didn't ask for it, but here's our advice.
It
Anywho.
feels like we haven't given agony in a while.
Even though we didn't do it last episode.
No.
Let's
Didn't have
go.
too much music.
Excuse me, can I ask you a question? I don't want your advice. I don't want it. I don't need to listen to your talks. I don't want your advice. Just think you should marry the dog and be happy. I don't need to know what you have to say.
Disclaimer, do not take our advice. If you do, we'll not be held accountable for inevitable heartbreak. Thank you.
I am having brilliant sex with my toy boy lover,
They always are.
but his mum's dead against it. I'm 37, and my wife is... fucked it up. No, wife. Jesus Christ. Take two. I might change the voice up a bit too. I'm 37. I'm joking. I'm 37. Hey. I might stick with it, actually. I'm 37, and my lover is 22.
Oh, I don't like the lisp.
We met in a nightclub when I was out celebrating a friend's promotion. I noticed this guy in the corner of my eye. He was young and good looking. He spotted me too and came over. I'm slipping into the original voice. Offering to buy me a drink. I
You
refused.
sound like Eggs Benedict, man.
I refused, but he persisted, and I eventually gave in. He asked if he could take me home. I agreed and invited him in for a drink. We chatted for a while, and then he reached over and kissed me. Farewell. I didn't stop him. It was so passionate, it took my breath away.
I died moments later.
We ended up having sex in the living room floor. He asked for my mobile number. That shows she's older. No one says mobile
Can
number.
I just say how uncomfortable sex on a floor is?
Yeah, and it shows her age when she says mobile number.
Like if you're the guy and
Well,
you're on
37 's
top,
only a couple years older
your
than me.
knees are gonna feel that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get carpet burn, or if it's more of a wooden setup.
Yeah.
It just really
you don't know.
hurts.
You don't know what it's like on that floor.
It
do you?
really hurts.
I wasn't sure, but gave him my number in the end. He texted me the next day, and before long, we were meeting up. He did all the chasing, as I was, if I say curious, cautious because of his age. We've now been together for almost 10 months. I do feel for him, and he makes me feel loved and wanted. Being with him is refreshing. It's refreshing after years of dating men my age who are mostly so self-centered.
Being.
The problem is, he is a mummy's boy, and his mum hates me. She kicked him out.
Because you're his mum as well.
She kicked him out when she found out he was seeing me. He had to move in with me, and has nowhere else to go.
Didn't have to.
His mum got into his head a few days after, having a go at him, and within minutes, he said, we were over. But a few days later, he declared his love for me, saying he wanted to marry me and try for a baby. He was begging to get back with me, saying I am his life and he would die for me. Then the next morning, he sent me a brief message saying that he had told his mum we were back together, and she said he was making a fool of himself over a woman past her sell-by date. Why'd you tell your mum that? Oof. She hates the age gap, and he has backed off again. I don't know where I stood. Now he wants to meet and talk. I love him so much, but I can't keep having my heart ripped out like this.
Well, Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Shredder!
I've had sex with a 22-year-old.
Shredder!
Well, what a roller coaster ride that is. So he's done most of the chasing.
I mean, it's not really, again, she's just having sex with a guy that's not even hugely much younger than him. It was like, what, 36 and 22? I mean, I guess, yeah, it's over 10 years. But
I think, I just turned 34 and I'm really not, like, she's not that old.
Yeah. But I suppose if he's 22, like,
Yeah.
and the mum's like, hanging out with an older woman, having sex with her. I mean, it's up to you, mate. You obviously enjoy the sex part.
I think this guy is very much confusing love with lust.
Yeah, but I mean, we don't know. Maybe he does love her, but I suppose it's just he wants to please his mum.
If it's anything like the fucking chav that didn't get the job earlier, then keep smashing the shit out of her, mate.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it is her. That'd be fun.
Page so and so from.
But I do think that he's obviously wants his mum to like his missus, but obviously she hates her.
Well, the mum is not happy because she probably doesn't think that she's going to get grandchild out of him.
Eventually, if they just stuck at it, if they generally wanted to keep seeing each other, eventually the mum will just accept it.
Yeah.
It will happen eventually.
That's it. It's just because it's new, it's a bit different.
It's hard work to ignore someone forever. You don't want to ignore your son forever, really, do you?
Yeah, I mean, she's probably your age, so it's fine.
Yeah, you can hang out.
Get a mate out of it.
Go to the spa together.
Listen about all your son's sex techniques.
Yeah, exactly. You can sit down and talk about it. Oh, he's very naughty today. He doesn't know. I cleaned up his socks this morning. He still doesn't. He still, after lunch, just puts his plate next to the sink instead of in it and washing it up, expecting me to do it.
He doesn't like the crusts.
Doesn't like the crust. I've got to chop him off with his jam sandwiches. He's got to cut his crust off his jam sandwiches for breakfast for lunch.
Does he still call you mummy?
Yeah. He shouts out. He shouts out during sexual relations.
Sexual relations. She's only 37.
I know, but she's the same mobile
This
phone
isn't the
number.
1800s.
Saying that really random, actually. I had a
Copulated the other night.
it was wondrous.
Wondrous.
I had on my Facebook, like on this day.
Yeah.
I had one today that fucking hell happened fucking years ago, like 6-7 years ago, and I remember it so fucking vividly, and it did make me laugh. It was something I wrote saying, a girl just stopped me and asked what direction was north. What is this, the 1800s? I just asked, where are you going? And she replied, Soho. And I pointed and said, that way, bloody north. I remember that happening. I remember a woman coming up to me by Soho just being like, excuse me, do you know which way's north? And I was like, what the fuck's happening?
Are you referencing your Google map?
What, north?
The fuck is north?
I mean, I'm sure people do know, and people listening now are like, stupid Greg, it's obviously where this is or where that is. But at the time, I was just like, you can't even see the sun. You're fucking just surrounded by buildings.
I saw that recently. I had to find like directions like in between like two places of how to get
That's
there.
how directions work, Joe.
No, exactly. Yeah, no, I just had to make sure everyone underknew what everyone...
Do you underknew what's happening?
Yeah. It's the new word for understand. I underknew it.
I underknew everything.
It's when you understand, but also you knew the thing you're doing.
Right.
I underknew it.
I underknew.
So it was the first direction was head east, and it was like, say turn left.
Yeah.
You fuck.
Never ever support Wimbledon.
No, it's never eat shredded wheat.
Yeah, I remember that one as well.
Never ever support Wimbledon.
That's one I remember at school.
Fair enough.
When people cared about Wimbledon. People still do. I know that was very fun. I shouldn't say that. You work in Wimbledon. Maybe you support them.
No, I don't.
Oh, no.
I think the original Wimbledon are now based in MK Dons.
Yeah, that's true.
So
yeah, MK Dons, it's
Milton
true.
Keynes.
It sounds like a MK Ultra, doesn't it?
It
like
does. It totally does.
MK,
It sounds like
MK Dons sounds like a really cool science fucking like government fucking reject X-Men.
I feel like in Milton Keynes there's probably a rap group called MK Dons.
Yeah. It does work, doesn't it?
Or it's like a cipher session or something.
Yeah, it does
we've got
work.
The MK Dons in.
Like the MK Dons in. MK Dons in the Hizzles this evening.
Who wants to be an MK Don this week?
We've got MK Don versus the Kingston Dolphins.
That sounds like
It'd be the Kingston Fishes.
That sounds like
'cause
a
that's the
roller
logo.
derby,
That's
like-
the logo, isn't it? The Three Fish. It'd be the Kingston
That's it,
Fishes
yeah.
versus the Kingston Fishes.
you'll be swimming with the fishes.
You'll be swimming with the fishes in Kingston.
So about this slag mum then.
Poor slag mum.
I'll take on the mum's side.
She just, but I reckon he should just do what he wants. He just stop doing it if he's going to. Either please his mum, please his women.
22 is an absolutely fine age to like make some fucking bad decisions.
Exactly.
She's getting something out of it. She said that he's done all the chasing, so he's clearly into her.
Yeah, but he's probably horny as
Girls
hell.
love a chase.
He's probably horny as hell.
He's probably smashing the granny out of her mum. He's probably watched a bit of MILF porn and he's thought like, I'm gonna live that life.
That's great.
And he's doing it.
And I heard on the podcast recently, one of the average age for MILF porn is about 36.
See,
Or 35. Sometimes they're younger. Sometimes they're late 20s. He says, as long as it looks
that
like
doesn't
they
make
might.
sense to me.
The guy was like, as long as it looks like they kind of might have had a baby at some point.
if the MILF is not at least early 30s, late 30s, I'm not buying it.
I know, it's crazy.
I don't
World
want
of
that.
porn.
I don't want that young mum like
It was a cool.
shit.
It was a cool podcast series, and I think it was actually an audio books. It's like the Butterfly Effect, and it's the guy who wrote Men Staring at Goats.
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's basically doing this series where he goes and talk to people in the porn industry who are losing out from places like Pornhub and etc.
Yeah.
etc. So everything gets uploaded there for free, whereas they make it to sell, and that's how they make their money.
But
It was really interesting.
Pornhub now are like so very much like Twitter. You can get certified.
Yeah.
So if you're certified on Pornhub, you're technically a performer.
Wow.
So I guess in the sense of revenue and how websites work and stuff, I guess the more someone watches your videos, the more you get paid by Pornhub.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, in this case, that wasn't the case on this. Like, I'm using Pornhub as an example.
Mate, it's all evolved.
But it was talking about the guy.
Pornhub's like Facebook.
It was
now.
talking about the guy that created it as well, like made free streaming porn.
Yeah.
Like, and how he's one of the most hated fucking men in the industry.
I was recently asked to show someone my like if you go on Pornhub, there's like the recommended bit,
Right.
and I was too embarrassed because
Horses.
yeah, no, it wasn't.
Who asked to see? Or someone asked to see your recommended bit on Pornhub?
They just no. I think well,
I mean,
they
it's
asked,
quite funny. It's
they
quite an
asked-
interesting
they
insight.
They asked what the recommended bit was, but I can't trust the recommended bit.
Yeah, it's true. I can't
because
trust recommendations
it's-
anywhere. They always seem
But
wrong.
also, like, there's the recommended bit, and that's just they just base that on whatever you've watched and stuff. I can't remember half the stuff I fucking watched.
Yeah, of course.
Watched an anime once, and that's
Yeah.
fucking keeps popping up. No interest.
it, done
No
once.
interest.
Oh, it's a live action Family Guy one. It's horrible. It's hideous.
It is hideous.
But again, especially because you watch the crazy ones for the good of the show. Hence, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yeah,
Turtle one.
the
and
good of the
stuff.
show. Yeah, the good of the show.
I've watched the Turtles porn.
I
It's
did
been a
watch
while
Turtles.
since you've bought a weird porn.
I haven't.
parody.
No, there's not really been that many recently. It was a bad grandpa parody, but
Oh,
I
what?
sort of
That's a
gave
bit
that a
pointless.
passing. Yeah, they just didn't put the effort in. It wasn't even an old person. It was clearly just a porn
Well,
star
just like Johnny Knoxville
dressed
was
up
an
like
old
an old
person.
person.
Basically, it was like Bad Grandpa then.
No, sorry, Dirty Grandpa. That's the fucking
that's
Robert
the one.
De Niro one
Oh, right.
with
that's
Zac
weird.
Efron.
That's weird.
Well, yeah, it's it's bizarre. I haven't seen anything particularly stand out recently. I can honestly say there's not. I really can't. Bring
Off the subject of porn, just talking about mentioning random shows and TV, did you see Arrested Development? That, when they released the 4th season,
Yeah.
and it was out of sync, and it was like per episode was a different person.
Yeah, but it was all based around the same story.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
based on the same story. The creators now recut that whole series in chronological order, so it's being re-released on Netflix soon, in a similar format to the previous seasons.
Oh, really?
They've just recut it all to be like a normal sort of episodes.
Yeah.
So it's not just one person's story, and it's all the story now falls in order.
That's really interesting.
The story now all falls in order because he didn't really like the way it went out and how it went down, so he's recut it all. And apparently, very shortly afterwards, season 5's coming out.
I heard about season 5 because that's been in the work for a while.
Apparently,
There's no really been like any huge advertisements. I saw like a teaser sort of thing, like a poster that just said like coming.
The director said it's coming sooner than you think. Well, apparently, very soon the rejigged season 4 is coming, which would be quite interesting.
That'd be cool. I'd like to see that.
I'll be quite interested to see what they do with that.
Yeah, definitely. And then who knows? Maybe a movie.
And then maybe a movie.
But I think if they do it, they've got to do it now. Otherwise, because
I think it's too late for. I think that I can't.
I mean,
see them-
it's very much too late for a season 5. But I mean, I definitely remember there being some standout season 4 episodes.
Yeah.
But obviously, just with how late it was,
and some episodes were longer than others. And I'd be interested to see this recut. I'd be quite keen to see how they work that out. It might flow better.
The Job episodes are the best.
It's great.
ones.
It's fantastic.
Him like as the
roofie cycle.
The roofie cycle. Him hanging out with like LA kids.
Yeah.
Just because he does magic. His love affair with Tony Wonder.
And with Anne.
Oh god, it's just so funny.
Arrested Development. I'll look forward to seeing that and checking out season 5. Right, we should wrap up this guy. I think he should actually just continue banging the woman.
That's right.
Keep messing with her to his bad
Well,
advice,
I mean,
and also
yeah,
make a
what's
pass. Try and get him and his mum to meet up.
What bad? There's nothing bad happening.
Do one of those staged meetings. I'll meet you here to the missus. I'll
Yeah.
meet you here to the mum, and lock them in a room. They might end up falling in love,
Yeah, I mean,
and then she runs away.
well,
with
that's
his
a
mum.
whole different story altogether. Then
That'd be
after that,
interesting. I'd like that ending for him.
I mean, I think, nothing particularly bad's going on. The only bad thing happening is that the mum keeps, like, telling him shit, and he keeps going, oh, yeah, you're right, and then runs back to her. So...
Make up your own damn mind, kid. You're 23. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
man.
Both decisions are going to be wrong in some respect, and both decisions are going to be right in some respect. But I would say trick your mum and her into being locked in a room, because maybe they'll fight.
Maybe they'll fight to
That'd
the
be
death.
quite interesting.
Not to the death.
To the point
Not to
of
the death.
sexual explosion pleasure.
They'll scissor fight.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They might hook up, and that'll be
Scissor fight!
And then your problem's solved. You got both of them. It's fine.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Or maybe he should just be like, the winner's my new mum.
Or just go meet another girl and fuck them both off.
Yeah, or, or just like smash the old lady first for a bit. Like,
She's not that old. She's like probably
I
older
know,
than
she's
us.
not. She's like 3
She's
years
like 2 years older than us.
I know, all right. I'm living in the night.
2 years older than us.
Damn. No, she's at 38.
I thought it was 36.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong.
Interesting.
Well,
Good luck to you, sir.
yeah, go on.
We don't
Fucking
really care.
get your fingers stinky.
Get your fingers stinky. Thanks for listening. This has been episode
78.
So next episode could be a normal episode, depending on time restraints. But
We don't
I am taking the Zoom mic with me to Windermere.
That'd be fun.
Hopefully. So who knows what will happen? Maybe
that'll just be
podcast
like
there.
we'll just leave it recording in
maybe
a room.
Yeah, maybe we'll have Ed with us. Maybe there'll be some sort
We
of
can
podcast.
try and get Sarah and Lizzie to discuss.
Yeah,
we can
might
just have a general
Yeah,
discussion.
we might try and record something while we're up there on the Zoom mic, so we'll see how that sounds when it's all put together.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. The next episode could be a slightly different one, or it could just be a regular episode. We don't know what's going to happen. Who
We don't
knows?
know.
The future's unwritten.
Who knows?
Our
I don't
fates are
actually
not
know.
set
Hang
in
on.
stone.
Bearing in time of like time and stuff like that, because we love time.
Yeah.
It would probably not be for a couple of episodes because this one will go out.
Around the time we go.
Yeah,
Probably.
So then by the time we get back,
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, no,
We'll
maybe
see.
then.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Future, time, why-me. Podcast timelines.
Time-wimey.
Different.
Amy Timehouse,
Amy Timehouse. I have been Greg Kanye tweeting Armstrong.
and I have been Joe, etc. Jackson.
Oh, fuck. Thanks for listening. Good night. Goodbye. Farewell. Au revoir.
Holla!
Good evening, good morrow, and good night.
Good afternoon.
Oh.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.